Today, it's morning in the PC party. We are now ready to move on from focusing on any one individual and to focus on the task at hand. And that task is defeating Kathleen Wynne. What we have seen in recent days from our colleagues in the party has impressed me. We have seen strength in adversity. We have now 4 strong candidates for leader. One of them will lead us into the next election and, quite frankly, become Ontario's next premier. I would be proud to serve with any of them, and we will do everything in our power to ensure that they are elected premier. My colleagues in caucus, while supporting different candidates, have always shown unity. That fills me with pride. The team of volunteers organizing the shortest leadership race in Canadian political history have made exceptional progress. And we are almost at the finish line. Only 11 more days. Our fundraising and volunteer recruitment is the strongest we've seen in a long, long time. And the 4 leadership candidates have focused on policy and on their vision for Ontario while refraining from personal attacks. Because each one of them believes that putting the party and the province ahead of themselves. Families need a PC party who will offer a fresh alternative to the tired, untrustworthy, politically corrupt Wynne Liberals. And together, today, we're moving forward. There are few better examples of the political corruption of the Liberals than their takeover of the home care industry for the sole benefit of a key ally, the Service Employees International Union, or the SEIU. Their cozy ties to the Ontario Liberal Party are well documented. SEIU has donated tens of thousands of dollars to the Ontario Liberal Party. SEIU has openly campaigned for the Ontario Liberals in by-elections. And one of SEIU's senior staffers is the former party president of the Ontario Liberal Party. Now, in exchange for reduced services and increased costs for families, the SEIU is doing the Liberals' political dirty work. This is a cynical, self-interested government like we have never seen before in our country. Today, we are repeating calls for Kathleen Wynne to release all the details regarding meetings between the SEIU and Liberal officials. Kathleen Wynne tried to hide the announcement of this major new home care agency at the bottom of a press release one day last fall because it makes no sense. The Auditor General has been clear this will not help patient care. The people of Ontario deserve answers. They deserve better than an I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine culture of politics. That is what got us into the gas plant scandal. And while the justice system has taken its course there, no verdict will return the $1 billion the Liberal government has wasted just to win seats in an election. I'm going to be happy to take your questions.
Vic, last week you couldn't really talk about Patrick Brown because he was a leadership candidate. Now he's not a leadership candidate. He's not sitting in your caucus. Is he going to be the Tory candidate in Barrie, Springwater, Oro, Medonte, whatever the name of the new riding is? Or is he a goner for good?
I made my decision in my announcement last week, and I stand by that.
So he shouldn't be the candidate. So would you like to see a new nomination meeting in that riding for an Ontario PC candidate to kind of clear the air?
I will support the new leader after March 10th in whatever that new leader decides.
In the meantime, will Mr. Brown be allowed back in caucus?
I made that decision and announced that last week, and there's nothing that will change that decision. I think it's what I've said in my speech. It's for us. It's time to move on. It's time to turn the page. Our party is bigger than one person. We have four exciting candidates who are going to be in a debate tomorrow night. I urge us all, of course, to tune in. We're in the middle of now a leadership campaign for the next 11 days, and I look forward to the continued spirited debate amongst them. I think that's where the focus will be, and the real issue is the relief that we're going to bring to the people of Ontario.
Can you tell us now your reasons for removing Patrick Brown from caucus?
Look, this isn't about one person. We've turned the page. We're moving on from the announcements of last week. Our real focus today is to talk about the relief that we want to bring to families. We want to talk about what we hear at the door. I've told you before, when our candidates are knocking on doors, all they ask our candidates is, how are you going to get rid of Kathleen Wynne? That's the question.
Don't you think his constituents would be interested to know that they were represented by PC, NPP, and now they are represented by an independent? Don't they deserve an answer as to why he was removed from caucus?
We have a new leader in 11 days, and I will absolutely stand by any decisions made by our new leader. Our party has always been about party unity. We've moved on, and our focus now will be on the leadership contest on March 10th and the general election. We have never been in a better position than we are today. We have no debt. We have money in the bank. As I mentioned in the last presser, we have increasing orders for signs, increasing volunteers by the thousands, unrelated to the leadership campaign. Our metrics are all going one way because the people of Ontario, they expect us to lead, they expect us to win in June. So I fully expect that one of the four people not only will win the leadership on Saturday the 10th, they're going to be the next Premier of Ontario, and that's where our focus is.
So
Vic, that leader...
Don't you find it frustrating that Patrick just keeps dragging you back down?
Well, again, our party is bigger than one person, and we're moving on. And really our focus, look the topic that I talked about today. This is political corruption at its finest, or it's at its worst, depending on which side you're on. These are the issues that we need to be focused on. We have candidates who are doing their job to become the leader, and it's our job in caucus to continue to hold the government to account, and I believe that's why we're here.
So why not being transparent? Why not being transparent and tell us why, the reason why you removed Patrick Brown from caucus?
Look, I made my decision. I announced it last week.
Explain that.
Our party is bigger than one person, and it's time that we move forward on it. So quite frankly.
How can you move on when the rot that you talked about affected the nomination races that has nominated candidates who are now part of the party and planning to run in the next election?
Well, look, I believe that the people of Ontario are seeing a party that is open and transparent, that they understand that we are well positioned to win the election. I think you've never seen a party, quite frankly, this has made us a lot stronger. It may sound counterintuitive, but when I talk to members on the phone, they're very happy. They're speaking with their money, they're speaking with their volunteer time, they're speaking by taking lawn signs. This is a party that's excited, and all of our numbers are showing that. And I think we've never been better positioned to win an election, and I expect one of these four people are going to become the Premier of Ontario.
Are you saying there is nothing wrong with any of the nomination races that led to a candidate in the party? With Joe Hall, were any nomination races bought?
I'm saying that where we are today, our members are happy because they're donating, they're signing up for lawn signs, they're signing up for memberships, and we want to focus here now in caucus on Kathleen Wynne and the issues like the corruption I brought up today. And I know our leadership candidates for the next 11 days are going to continue to solicit support from the membership, and they'll have a healthy and a spirited election, because one of them is going to become the Premier of Ontario.
So Vic, are you worried about the fact that some of those leadership candidates that you're talking about who might become the next Premier have repudiated some really central planks of the people's guarantee that a month ago your party was unified around? Because now you have leaders saying that the carbon tax and the sex ed curriculum all has got to be either done away with or opened up. So you're talking about unity, but these planks are now going to be gone.
So this is completely up to our membership to decide on. That's the beauty of it. They're going to, our members are hearing from all four of the candidates, and they are going to make a decision, and we're looking forward to that decision, because again, I believe one of them is going to be the Premier of Ontario, and so our members will decide.
Vic, do you feel a certain sense of vindication? You got rid of Bob Stanley as executive director. Rick Dykstra left the next day or later that same day. Patrick is no longer in your caucus. When you see those emails that were flying around on May 2nd, 2017, discussing the Hamilton, West, Ancaster, Dundas nomination, do you feel a certain sense of vindication that you wanted to clean up what was going on in the party, and these kinds of statements were being made unbeknownst to everyone, including the candidates and that? Right?
When I say it's, that the party is bigger than one, I include myself in that. It's bigger than the issue that I looked at as well. I see a real sense of party unity today. I have to tell you that. When I go home, when I'm back here in Toronto, I really feel it from the members. The email that I'm getting are genuine. They're just saying, Vic, we love this. Let's just keep going. We've got great numbers, great membership. Membership has grown, as I mentioned last week, by tens of thousands. We have got a party that's on the move, and I think the government feels it as well, that their day is up. Their day is gone. This is our time. This is our morning for the PC party.
Can your party win when you attack?
Please.
Patrick Brown has accused a former member of his senior staff of stealing his personal banking information from his office here at Queen's Park. You rehired that person. I'm wondering if you've looked into that allegation at all. It's a pretty serious one to allege that a member of your staff now committed a crime here at Queen's Park.
Look, a lot of things were said, and I will tell you that we will continue to assist in any issues that we're asked to assist in.
So have you looked into it? Have you talked to that staff member and asked if that's true? Have you conducted any kind of internal investigation within your own office about that? You were promising to clean up the rot and
we will continue to participate and to assist in any investigations in any issues that we're asked to assist in.
Have the police contacted you about that?
I've never been contacted by police, but I'm telling you, we will continue as a party, we will continue to assist.
Last question. Numbers, can you explain that disparity between the 200,000 that Patrick Brown was talking about and the 133 that came out in the email to caucus a couple of weeks back? Is that, as Patrick has suggested, expired memberships, or was the fraud there?
Look, I think that we covered that in the last couple of weeks, that when we came out and announced the fact that there were 130,000 approximate members, I think what you're going to see since that date is the leadership committee that has been very diligent in looking at the membership list. You've got candidates who sold, from what I understand, tens of thousands. So I think what you're going to see is a membership list that is swelling with pride from new members. I think that you're going to see a party, and you'll see why I am so excited about it. You're going to see a party that is energized. You're going to see a party that is absolutely in tip-top shape. First of all, to have a leadership convention, and mostly you're going to see a party that has come out of this that is absolutely and unquestionably ready to lead the province of Ontario and to win the election. I think that's what you're going to see.
That you're not explaining the difference there.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was pretty clear about it in the last two of our pressers ago when we talked about it, that there are membership numbers that were declared, and there are the numbers that we believe were to be or that we know to be the accurate number. I can't give any explanation onto the various differences, except that the number that we determined to be accurate is approximately 130,000.
If you'll excuse me, I haven't been around for a while. So
I think you've been around for quite a while.
I was off though. So you said there was rot in the party, and then now Patrick's gone. Is the rot gone, or is there still elements of rot within the party that need to be cleaned up?
Look,
I mean, it's not clear to me what you're trying to say.
Well, look, I'll relate it to a car. You know, I lift up the hood, and there were a few rusty pieces in there that I thought, that I was referring to. And I think that you've seen us where we've talked about the membership list. I know that our PNC has done a balanced job of reorganizing some nominations. You know that we talked about monies that were being spent on candidates that were being paid and things like that that we addressed. And so I think today what you'll see is when we put the hood back down, that the car's ready to go. I really believe that, if I can extend that metaphor. You got a party that's an exciting way.
Yeah,
Thanks.
with